Well, hi everyone. I'm delighted to be here today with Houleye Siegel. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Exactly.
Um, Houleye and I met at HealCon month and almost 2 months ago. 2 months ago, goodness gracious, time has flown. And we had such a great conversation. I wanted to continue the conversation. So thank you for taking the time to be here with me. I know you're a busy woman. The conversation that we had and what I wanted to kind of revisit because it was so impactful for me was how you ended up finding your way into holistic nutrition. Like, what's your why? Why did you get here? Would you share that story with us?
Sure. I think I will give you the short version because it's a long story. But I came to holistic nutrition because of my own health journey. I developed over a period of 10 years three autoimmune diseases: Graves' disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and Sjogren's syndrome. And it was really rheumatoid arthritis which brought me to my rock bottom, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. And I was given no other solution than immunosuppressants by my rheumatologist. And I was told that this was the only way. There was no cure, that it was probably linked to my genes, and that I would need to be on immunosuppressant for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I might end up in a wheelchair. So I listened. I tried the immunosuppressants, but they didn't agree with me. The effects were very, very difficult. So I decided that I needed to find another solution and that I will try to find a solution myself. So that's the moment I decided to try to understand my body, how the human body works, and how nutrition maybe could help me. And I would say over a period of about 8 months, I've been able to make some changes. And the more I learned, the more I was interested to deepen my knowledge. So I started studying nutrition, and I was also feeling better, months after months. At that time, when I was diagnosed, I was living in Hong Kong. And during that period where I was focusing on my healing, I was moving to the US. And I was feeling better and better. I kept testing myself because my rheumatologist in Hong Kong told me you need to come back for blood test because if you are not taking the medicine, it's going to get worse. And I kept testing myself. The markers were very good. My rheumatologist here at some point was not agreeing to do all the testing because she was asking me, do you have pain? I said no. So I was going to my general practitioner to get a blood test until both of them at some point told me, stop coming back for testing. You are fine. Just live your life. And that day, Nicole, I just cried and cried. And I said, I want everyone to know the power of nutrition. I will not stay quiet, and I will continue to learn, and I want to help others. So that's how I came to holistic nutrition.
What a story. I'm so glad we're talking. I'm so glad we're talking. I have RA markers. And same thing, they told me the same thing that, there's really nothing you can do. Immunosuppressants are an option. And I'm here to tell you, I knit and crochet every day. I have no pain and I take care of it through nutrition as well. I can relate to that part of your story. Isn't it amazing the power of just proper nutrition that is personalized, right? It has to be personalized.
Yeah.
I love that. So we met at HealCon. Can you tell us a little bit about your HealCon experience?
So first, that was my first time, of course, attending ILCON, and I was amazed by the quality of the session, and more importantly, the quality of the people that I met there. There was so many, very good insights, a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise. I think one of my favorite sessions, if I have to choose, because I have several favorite ones, but is the one from Diana Milish on menopause. Because again, she was able to talk about it from a holistic perspective, not just about hormone, but also about, talking about the changes that are happening for women during that period of life, all the different transitions, older kids leaving the house, maybe sick parents in some cases. And also the way she shared how art sometimes can really help, as a way to express emotion and can actually be very, very impactful on health positively. So that was a very, very good, insightful session for me.
Well, that's the holistic approach, right? Is
Yeah.
we're a whole person. Everything that's happening with us, around us, to us, within us, it is going to express itself in our health, right?
Yeah.
It's not just nutrition. That's why holistic nutrition is such a different approach. We're looking at the whole person. What's happening here? Right?
Yeah.
I love that. I loved Deanna's session. I just love Deanna in
Yes.
general. But her session was so good. And, a lot of our members are women who are either in menopause, beyond menopause, or getting ready for menopause. So, having that conversation is so important, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I,
And so NANP is a part of your life. And, can you just like tell me a little bit about what's important about being a part of an organization like ours?
yes. I think the good thing today, I think nowadays, is that a lot of people understand that there is something with nutrition, that it's important. But there is also a lot of misinformation. There is a lot of people giving advices and who might not necessarily have the expertise and the knowledge. And I think that's why I went back to school as well. I think it's really, really important to have the right knowledge to be able to guide people safely. And the thing that I like with NENP is that it brings a high standard in terms of what is required in terms of knowledge and experience regarding nutrition. So the fact that there is only a certain number of schools that are meeting the expectation, this high standard is something that is for me very important, because on anything that I do, and especially in regards to helping people, it's not just about me, it's about helping, influencing people. We have to make sure we are able to guide people safely with the right knowledge and with the personalization that they deserve.
I completely agree with you. You're singing my song. Standardization is what we've been doing for over 40 years, making sure that we're all on the same page, making sure that people are graduating from valid programs. There's a lot of there are a lot of influencers out there right now who don't actually possess any credentials, unfortunately. And I really love how you emphasize safety. Safety is so, so important in what we do, and making sure that we're attending to everything that needs attending to when we're meeting with our clients is so important. The other day, a friend of mine reached out to me wanting to know about fermented foods, and I didn't see the message for a little while. By the time I got to it, she had already checked with Dr. Google or AI, and half the information that she got was inaccurate. So, yeah, luckily I was able to redirect, but how often is that happening, right? Where people are getting incomplete or inaccurate information. They really need to seek an expert like you who can guide them in the proper way. So, I'm so happy that you took the time to share your story with us. I'm so glad to know that you're feeling better. I mean, goodness gracious, 3 autoimmune conditions, that's nothing small. That's very big and life impacting. So thank you for taking the time to talk with me. It was wonderful to see you again, and I look forward to seeing you again next year down in Irvine.
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
booked my ticket, so I will be there. And thank you, Nicole,
I
for your time.
I'm so happy. I look forward to it. And thank you, Houleye. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. See you soon.
Okay. Bye bye.